Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is part of the Alex Syberia video hop for Christmas in July. And of course it wouldn't be a celebration without a giveaway. And I'll tell you all about that in just a moment. But for now, I'm just gonna hop in straight into my card making. So my card for today is just a one card. I'm going to be using the large Merry Christmas hot foil plate. And I was in two minds of whether I was going to go gold or speckled aura. I am slightly obsessed with the speckled aura, but I did decide to go for the gold in the end because I had the idea that I'm going to hot foil this directly onto some cardstock, and then I'm going to ink blend the Festive Poinsettia directly over. So while this is heating up and doing this thing, what I just wanted to mention as well. So this is a celebration hop. If there is a giveaway, it's open internationally as well. Yes. So you will be up for a chance to win 3 £20 gift cards. So all you got to do is leave some comments along the hop. So this is the only way that you can actually enter to be in with a chance to win. So you will need to do that before the 23rd of July. So the winners will be announced on the Alex Syberia Instagram stories and the blog on the 24th of July. So make sure you keep an eye out for that. But now I'm just going to hop back into the card making again because my foiling is done. So I'm going to be using the Festive Poinsettias, and I'm going to be using not a traditional poinsettia color scheme color for this. So I'm going to be using a little bit of sort of light greens and some teals, yes, some yellows and some pinks. Yes, I thought that could be fun. So I'm going to be using my grid mat actually as a guide of where my stencils are going to go, because obviously it's not that easy when you have a big piece of paper like this. So I'm going to be lining up my piece onto my grid mat, right on one of the lines on the grid. And then I'm going to tape this down with some post-it tape. And then I'm going to place my stencil at the 1.5 inch mark from the bottom. And that will just give me, every time, if I just line it up exactly in the same place, it will be piece of cake to get all of these lined up for the ink blending. So I'm going to tape this one down as well to make sure that it doesn't go anywhere. And then we're going to start with our inks. So with this set, you actually start with your leaves, and then you do the petals last. So here I'm going to go in first with some fresh pear for that really soft, gentle green. And then we're going to go in with a little bit of grassy knoll and other colors, just to kind of, I say other colors. I have two other colors. I have aquamarine and I want to say Mermaid Cove. So what I'm doing here is just trying to kind of bring in a little bit of life to the leaves. So instead of just ink blending one color all over, I'm using 2 minimum on each layer. And then I'm going in with an itty bitty brush to just kind of, at the beginnings and the ends of the leaf, I suppose you could say, I'm going in with a bit of extra ink just to kind of create that depth and the contrast and the details. And this is just a super easy way of just kind of stepping up your ink blending a little bit, I suppose you could say. Now, if you wanted to just skip all of this and just do one layer, you do you, boo. Everybody does their own thing, and that is one of the great things about card making, I think, anyway. So here I'm going in with a little bit of the aquamarine to kind of bring in that teal onto the leaves. I was kind of, at this stage, I was like, oh, maybe I should have gone for Ocean Breeze, which is the lightest in that color. But I could have maybe skipped adding the teal to this first layer, but I wanted to have the teal and the green together on both leaf layers. So now we're gonna go in with our second layer, and because I know that I need to line up my stencil at the 1.5 inch mark from the bottom, I get it into the perfect place right away. So This is another easy breezy way of doing ink blending with layering stencils if you are a newbie, or if you like a little bit unsure of how to align them up perfectly. You can either just line up your cardstock right at the bottom so that it lines up with the corner, or you tape it down onto a mat like this, and then you mark where the bottom of your stencils are gonna go. So there are many ways of making sure that you get great results every time. Layering stencils really are a complete kind of revolution when it comes to adding color to images without spending hours and hours coloring. I mean, if you'd like to do that, I personally love coloring, but I don't always have time to do hours and hours on each image. So this is a great way of adding color in a flash. You can add so many different color combinations, and literally the world is your oyster, or okay, your ink collection is your oyster. So you have so many different options and ways you can use your colors. So now with this one here, as you can see, I'm going for yellow and pinky poinsettia, because why not? This is another fun thing about using layering stencils, is that you can just play with colors in a completely different way than if you're coloring. So if I was doing this with markers, for instance, I would probably be spending a lot more time agonizing of what colors to put together, what will actually work and what won't work. And you honestly cannot beat layering stencils for speed and ease of use, but you still get brilliant results, like practically every time. Yeah. There has been a couple of times when I'm like, I look at the colors I've used and I'm like, oh girl, you really did not think this through. But I think you learn something every time you craft, and that is part of the fun. So and also the key is to then remember what you did wrong, so the next time you don't do that mistake again. And that I have a little bit of a harder time with, actually, to be honest. So now we're just gonna go in here and we're going to add details again with the itty bitty brushes. So these, honestly, I must order like another 100 of these, because they are so brilliant for control, adding more color, and a kind of getting that opacity, is it opaqueness? I'm a foreigner, I don't know how to say some words. So anyway, get that vibrancy of colors. I really like them. When I first got them, I just thought, I'm not sure these are going to come in like really handy, but oh my goodness, was I wrong? Oh yes, I was. So here, as you can see, I'm just finally on the last layer. So I'm just going to add details with the itty bitty brushes, and then we're done. Like, this card could honestly not be easier. So I know that there's a little bit more to it. There's some die cutting, there's some foiling, and then there's some bling-a-ling, because it's me. I can't stop. Oh, now we're on the last layering, or last stencil. Sorry, I got a little bit carried away there. But so here again, you can see I am still just using the itty bitty brushes for like those details, getting in all the nooks and crannies. That's another thing as well. It's so much easier with the small brushes to get really fine details and like into like those pointy corners. Yeah, they cannot be beaten, honestly. And these brushes are all from the Rabbit Hole Designs. I love them, and I will be ordering more because I need them. Yes. So I'm also going to be cutting out this with one of the previously released die cutting sets. So this is the essential nesting sets. I think it comes with both scalloped and stitched rectangles. So super brilliant staple to have, because you can obviously layer them up and make all sorts of different fun combinations. And yeah, I really recommend having a staple shape die cut set like this in your craft room. It just makes life so much easier. You get such fine and straight lines, you get those extra little details with the stitching, and yeah, just chef's kiss, honestly. So we're gonna add this directly to a card base, and then I will not lie, I did add some bling-a-ling, because it's Christmas. You kind of need some. Even with that hot foiling, I was like, yeah, I need a little bit more. I definitely do. Yes. So we're going to just stick this down onto our card base, and then we're going to grab some of that bling, and we're just going to smatter those onto the card, and that will be it basically. So these are the gold opals from Crafty Meraki. If you order anything from Crafty Meraki, you can actually take 10% off your order with the code Erica10, and that's Erica with a C. So Erica10 will take 10% off anything you order from the Crafty Meraki store, and I will link to the shop down below as well. But yeah, so here, as I said, we're just gonna put some of these on, and yeah, I am a chronic over blinger. I can't help it. It's just how I am. But I do think that, you know, I have so many of them. Why not? I might as well use them, right? So yes, I do tend to go a tiny bit overboard, but at this point I feel like that's kind of my trademark. So why not? But yes, that is it. Now, don't forget that, as mentioned, this is a hop. And I will link to the next person in the hop right down there in the description box, along with the products to all of the things that I've used in this video, with compensated affiliate links at no extra cost to you. If you shop using my links, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I hope you have also subscribed to my channel and given this a thumbs up. And that is really it from me for today. Thank you so much for stopping by today, and I will see you very soon again. Bye for now.